So let's start the speaking practice with ChatGPT. So let's start the Hello ChatGPT, how are you?
You have reached the ChatGPT rate limit. Please try again later.
Where are you probleming with me?
You have reached the ChatGPT rate limit. Please try again later.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? How's everything going?
I'm doing well. Is this right?
Yes, I'm doing well is correct. It's a common way to say that you're feeling good or everything is going fine. You could also say, I'm doing great or I'm doing fine if you want to mix it up a bit.
Let's talk about some foods. Do you have a dinner? Is this right?
You're close. The question, do you have a dinner, isn't quite right. It would be better to say, did you have dinner? Or have you had dinner? If you're asking if someone has already eaten. If you're asking about what someone typically eats for dinner, you could say, what do you usually have for dinner? Or what did you have for dinner? Depending on whether you're asking about a past or present meal.
I
What kind of
understand.
foods do you like for dinner?
I understand. Have you had you?
It sounds like you're relaxing. If you're describing what you're doing right now, saying, I am resting, works perfectly. You could also say, I'm taking a rest, or I'm relaxing, if you want to vary it a little. How do you usually like to rest?
Have you had a dinner? Is this right?
You're almost there. The correct way to ask would be, have you had dinner? Without the A before dinner. It's a common way to ask if someone has already eaten. Have you had dinner yet?
Have you had dinner yet?
Yes, that's perfect. Have you had dinner yet? Is a natural way to ask if someone has eaten. What about you? Have you had dinner yet?
Have you had a dinner yet? Okay. What do you eat in sleep? Is this right? What are you doing? What do you eat at dinner? Is this right?
Sure. Here's how you could describe a lunch date and a dinner date. Lunch date. A lunch date typically happens in the afternoon, often around noon or early afternoon. It's usually a more casual and relaxed setting compared to a dinner date. People might meet at a cafe, restaurant, or even a park for a simple meal or a light snack. The atmosphere is often brighter and less formal. Dinner date. A dinner date generally takes place in the evening, often around 6 p.m. or later. It's usually a more intimate and formal occasion, sometimes with more elaborate meals and drinks. People often go to finer restaurants enjoy a longer meal, or a simple and may have a more relaxed, romantic atmosphere is often brighter and less formal. Do you prefer dinner lunch or dinner date? Generally takes place in the evening, often around 6 p.m. or later. It's usually a more intimate and formal occasion.
Okay, I understand. What do you eat at dinner?
Great. I'm glad it makes sense now. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
I have so many questions about you. You are my friends. You are good in English, please. I want to speak with you English.
I'm happy to be your friend, and I'm glad you think I'm good at English. Feel free to ask any questions you have, and I'll do my best to help you. What would you like to know?
I want to ask you, what do you take at dinner? Is this right?
You're very close. The correct way to ask would be, what do you have for dinner? Or, what do you usually eat for dinner? Take is usually used for things like medicine or transportation, but for food, have or eat is more common. So, what do you usually have for dinner?
Please give me one example, then I will repeat. Then you please don't make that simple, don't make complex, and do not give me twice or 2 or 3 example. Give me one example, that's I will try, then you will tell me the another example. Am I right?
Got it. Here's one example. What do you have for dinner? Now you try saying it.
What you have for dinner?
You're almost there. It should be, what do you have for dinner? Now try saying it again with do in there.
What you have for dinner? What you have for dinner?
You're very close. The correct sentence is, what do you have for dinner? Remember to include do before you. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
What do you have for dinner?
Your sentence in Urdu translates to, what is there for you to eat? In English. A similar way to ask this in English would be, what do you have to eat? Or, what do you have for food? Would you like to try that in English?
What do you have for dinner? Please tell me.
That's perfect. What do you have for dinner? Is exactly right. As for me, I don't eat dinner, but I can help you with ideas if you're looking for something to eat. What do you usually have for dinner?
I usually have rice.
You're close. It would sound more natural to say, I have it easily, or I easily have it. But it might be better to say something like, I have dinner easily, or I usually have dinner easily, depending on what you mean. Could you explain a little more about what you're trying to say?
I usually have a dinner with rice and dal. Rice, dal English means is I forget that's meaning. Rice, vegetable, and fish, etc.
You're doing well. Here's a clearer way to say it. I recently had dinner with rice, dal, vegetables, and fish. As for dal, it refers to lentils or a dish made from lentils.
Oh,
So dal is just lentils in English. Your sentence is almost perfect. Just a small tweak. Would you like to try saying it again?
Oh, you're very intelligent. You know what this means, dals? Oh, yeah. This is perfect.
Thank you. Yes, I know what you mean. DALL-E is an AI tool that creates images from text descriptions, just like how we're having a conversation here. It's a fun way to bring ideas to life visually. It sounds like you're thinking of the word doll and connecting it with DALL-E. That's funny. Do you want to learn more about DALL-E?
Please tell me the sentence again. I forget that sentence.
Sure. Here's the sentence again. I recently had dinner with rice, dal, vegetables, and fish. Feel free to repeat it and let me know if you'd like to make any changes.
I recently have a dinner with rice, lentils, and fish.
You're almost there. The sentence would sound more natural without a before dinner. So it should be, I recently had dinner with rice, lentils, and fish. Great job. Would you like to try another sentence?
I recently have tried rice, lentils, and fish.
You're very close. To make it sound natural, you can say, I recently tried rice, lentils, and fish. Since you're talking about something you did in the past, you don't need have here. Nice effort. Want to try another sentence?
I recently tried rice, lentils, and fruits.
Perfect. I recently tried rice, lentils, and fruits. Sounds great. You're getting better with each sentence. Would you like to try another one?
Yeah. Tell me.
Great. Here's a new sentence for you to try. I often eat vegetables with my meals. Give it a go.
I often try vegetable with meat.
You're doing well. Here's a small tweak. I often eat vegetables, or I often try vegetables with meat. Remember, we usually say eat when talking about food, not try, unless you're trying something new. Try saying it again with these changes.
I recently tried.
You're off to a good start. To make it a complete sentence, you can say, I recently tried vegetables with meat. You can keep practicing with different foods. Would you like another example?
Yeah, tell me.
All right, here's a new one. I usually have soup for lunch. Try that out.
I usually try soup for lunch.
It looks like you're mixing a few words there. To make it clearer in English, you could say, Yuchel has soup and fries for lunch. If you're referring to yourself, it would be, I have soup and fries for lunch. Let me know if you want to adjust it.
Please make this for me simple. I forget my sentence.
Sure, here's a simple sentence for you. I usually have soup for lunch. Give it a try.
I usually have soup for lunch.
You're close. It seems like you meant to say something about lunch. The correct sentence would be, I really have soup for lunch. Soup or lungs seems like a mix-up. If you meant to talk about food, soup is the word you're looking for. Would you like to try another sentence?
Let's tell me this sentence. I want to learn this sentence.
Sure. Here's the sentence. I really have soup for lunch. You can repeat it now.
I really have soup for lunch.
You're close. The sentence should be, I really have soup for lunch. Lungs is a part of the body, so it doesn't fit here. But lunch makes sense when talking about food. Try saying it again with lunch.
Okay, let's talk about dinner.
Sure. What would you like to talk about regarding dinner? Do you want to share what you usually have for dinner? Or would you like to learn how to talk about it in English?
Let's talk about American dinner. American people, what they have do in their dinner. Is this correct?
You're close. The sentence would be better as, what do American people usually have for dinner? Or what do American people do at dinner? For dinner, American people often have a variety of foods depending on the region and personal preferences. A typical American dinner might include a protein, like chicken, beef, or fish, vegetables, potatoes or rice, and sometimes bread. Do you want to know more about typical American dinner foods?
What is the most popular dish in America? They usually have.
One of the most popular dishes in America is hamburgers. They're a classic and are commonly served in fast food restaurants, diners, and even at home. Another popular dish is pizza, which is widely enjoyed across the country, especially in places like New York and Chicago, where you can find different styles of pizza. What kind of food do you like the most?
In Bangladesh, we are usually eat rice and lentils and potatoes with vegetable. This is our main food. But what is the main food in American people?
In the United States, the main food varies by region, but some common staples include hamburgers, pizza, fried chicken, and steak. Americans also often have pasta, sandwiches, and salads. In many households, meals may also include a variety of vegetables, potatoes, and rice, similar to what you eat in Bangladesh. What else do you like to eat in Bangladesh?
Um, is this I am talking about, is my sentence is correct?
You're very close. Here's a corrected version of your sentence. In Bangladesh, we usually eat rice, lentils, and potatoes with vegetables. This is our main food. You just needed to add in at the beginning and adjust the phrasing a bit. Keep up the good work. Would you like to try another sentence?
Yeah, let's talk about they are married.
Sure. Are you asking about their food or something else?
No,
Could you clarify what you'd like to talk about regarding their?
No, I want to know about their married age. Is this the right sentence?
You're close. The sentence would be better as, I want to know about their age when they get married. This sounds more natural. You're asking about the age at which people typically get married. In the US, the average age for marriage is around 30 for men and 28 for women, though it can vary widely. Would you like to know more about this topic?
Why there is so age gap?
The age gap you're referring to is likely due to a variety of factors. In many countries, including the US, people are getting married later in life for reasons like 1. Education. Many people prioritize their education and career before settling down, which can lead to marrying later. 2. Career. Focusing on career development and financial stability often delays marriage. 3. Social changes. There's been a shift in societal norms where people now wait longer to marry in order to be more self-sufficient or to find the right partner. 4. Changing priorities. People may now want to experience more of life, travel, or pursue personal goals before committing to marriage. It's interesting how different factors play into this trend. Does this help explain it for you?
What age they start have sex with other person?
The decision to become sexually active varies greatly among individuals and is influenced by personal values, cultural norms, and societal expectations. In many countries, people tend to start exploring relationships and intimacy in their late teens or early 20s, though this can differ widely based on individual choices, upbringing, and beliefs. It's important to approach these topics with respect and understanding of different cultural contexts. Conversations about relationships and intimacy should focus on consent, mutual respect, and healthy communication. If you have more questions, feel free to ask.
Please answer me shortly. Keep that short, not big. Are you understand?
People start having sex at different ages, but it typically happens in their late teens or early 20s, depending on personal and cultural factors.
Okay. A boy and girls, how many they have in when they go to their marriage?
The number of sexual partners a person has before marriage varies greatly and depends on personal values, culture, and individual choices. There is no specific number, as it differs for everyone.
Please tell me average.
It seems like you're asking about the phrase ever is. Could you clarify a bit more about what you mean? Are you asking for a definition or an example of how to use it?
I want to know boy or girl average they have their relation they with when they have their marriage.
The average number of sexual partners before marriage can vary widely based on culture, personal values, and individual choices. In many countries, people may have had one or more partners before marriage, but there's no universal number. In general, surveys show that in some countries, people may have had one or a few partners before marriage, while in others, it might be more common to have multiple partners. This is a very personal topic, and the numbers can differ greatly based on many factors. Would you like to know more about how relationships and cultural norms shape this?
Yeah.
Cultural norms and values play a significant role in
Please, I
shaping how
want to
people approach
please
relationships
don't
and
talk so
marriage.
much, please.
In some cultures, there is an emphasis on waiting until marriage for sexual relationships, while in others, people may
Hello, ChatGPT.
Yes, I'm here. How can I help you today?
Please don't talk too much. Hello, are you there? Hello, ChatGPT. Are you there? Hello, ChatGPT. Are you there?
Yes, I'm right here. What's on your mind?
Let's focusing on the practice speaking English. You tell me on words, I will tell and I will repeat that words, and you will correct me. What's the problem? What's the corrections I have to do in my English? So let's start the practice.
Great idea. Let's start. I'll give you a simple word, beautiful. You can say it, and I'll help you with any corrections if needed. Go ahead.
Okay.
Perfect. Say the word beautiful out loud and let me know how it feels.
Let's talk about exercise.
Sure. What would you like to talk about?
I want to talk about our Bangladesh.
Great. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Khulna.
Got it. We won't talk about COVID-19. What topic interests you instead?
No, I want to talk about Bangladesh district in Khulna. Is this right?
आप कहना चाहते हैं कि आप बांग्लादेश के किसी जिले में कुछ करना चाहते हैं, खासकर खुलना? कृपया स्पष्ट करें कि आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं ताकि मैं आपकी मदद कर सकूं।
Let's talk about English, not Hindi.
आप हिंदी में बात करना चाहते हैं। बताइए, आप किस बारे में बात करना चाहते हैं?
I don't want to talk to you with Hindi. I want to talk to you in English. Please tell me in English, not Hindi.
Got it. Let's continue in English. What would you like to talk about?
I want to talk about a district is Khulna.
Great. Khulna is a district in Bangladesh. It's known for its beautiful Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world, and home to the Royal Bengal tiger. What would you like to know or discuss about Khulna?
I want to discuss about popular food in our Khulna district.
It seems like you're mixing languages here. If you want to express this in English, could you clarify your sentence? It looks like you're trying to say something about telling someone something. But I'm not sure about the meaning. Could you explain a bit more?
I want to know about Khulna. What is the popular food?
Khulna, like many places in Bangladesh, has a rich food culture. Some of the popular foods you might find in Khulna include 1. Shorsha ilish, hilsa fish cooked in mustard sauce. It's a popular dish in Khulna, as the region is close to rivers where hilsa fish is abundant. Panta elish, fermented rice with hilsa fish, typically eaten in the summer. 3. Chingri malai curry, a rich prawn curry made with coconut milk. 4. Buna khichuri, a flavorful rice dish often served with meat or vegetables, especially during festivals or special occasions. Khulna's food is heavily influenced by its riverside location and access to fresh fish and seafood.
Okay, let's finish there. I don't want to talk to you right now. This is sleeping time. What is the time now? Please tell me.
The current time is 16:40, 4:40 p.m. It seems like it's still afternoon, but if you're heading to sleep, have a good rest. Let me know if you need anything else.
What time do you tell me? An American or Bangladesh time?
The time I gave you, 60:40, 4:40 p.m., is in UTC, Coordinated Universal Time. To convert it to local time, in Bangladesh, it would be 22:40, 10:40 p.m., since Bangladesh is UTC plus 6 hours. In the United States, the time depends on the time zone, but for example, in New York Eastern Time, it would be 11:40 a.m. UTC 5 hours. Does that help?
Okay.
Great. If you have any more questions later, feel free to ask. Have a good rest.
Do you have any more question? Feel free to ask. I am here for your service. Is this correct?
You're very close. The sentence would sound more natural as, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I am here to help you. The phrase for your service is a bit formal and not commonly used in casual conversation. To help you is more natural. You're doing great. Want to try another sentence?
Please tell me that sentence correctly. I want to try that.
Sure. Here's the correct sentence. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. I am here to help you. Now you can try saying it.
If you have any more question, feel free to ask. I am here for you.
It looks like you're mixing some words in your sentence. Here's the correct version in English. If you have any questions, I am here to help you. And in Hindi it would be, अगर आपको कोई सवाल है, तो मैं आपकी मदद करने के लिए यहाँ हूँ. Would you like to try again?
Why are you telling me in Hindi? I don't want to listen any Hindi language. Are you understand?
I understand now. I'll stick to English from here on out. Let me know if you'd like to practice more or need help with anything else.
Okay, let's finish here. Let's see you again. See you tomorrow. Is this right?
You're almost there.
What is this?
I'll see you again tomorrow. See you tomorrow is great, but adding I'll makes it sound more natural. You did great. Talk to you soon.
Please tell me again. I don't hear you.
Sure. Here's the corrected sentence. Okay, let's finish here. I'll see you again tomorrow. Feel free to repeat it.
Let's finish here. I will see you tomorrow.
You're very close. The sentence should be, let's finish here. I will see you tomorrow. You don't need to repeat, I will see you twice. Great job. Would you like to try another sentence?
Okay. Guys, this is the practice speaking English with
It looks like you're
ChatGPT.
starting a sentence. To complete it, you could say something like, okay,
You
okay.
will stop there. I don't want to talk about. You are very helpful. I don't need now. So that is that. You can practice speaking English with ChatGPT. You go ChatGPT and log in there, and you can practice with words. Sentence do you want to talk to about with ChatGPT? You have any problem, you have any sentence correction, you have any problem, feel free to ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will correct your sentence and tell you the right way to talk about in English. So don't hesitate. Feel free to ask any question at ChatGPT. ChatGPT is your friend, so you don't have any friends, you don't have any family members, you don't have to be any members to talk to you practice speaking English. Don't hesitate, don't be shame. Feel free to ask anything. He will help you anytime, any 24-hour service. He will give you 24-hour service. So just you have to be an internet connection and you will go now. So just start your speaking English and learn like me. I am not good at English, but I am practicing. I want to improving my English, so that's I am here. So today is let's finish this live. We'll see you tomorrow, next day. Please keep it up and do it now.